Gal, thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to share my June favorites with you. If you're curious about this look, I will link it for you here. I was just having fun with like 80s inspired stuff. I'm wearing like a cut up t-shirt, my safety pin earrings, and blue eyeshadow, and I was like, yeah. So if you're curious about that, I will leave it for you here. It's chatty, get ready with me. But let's talk about things that I really love. So I'm just gonna start with this. This is right in front of me. This is a palette of Cream Pro tints from Salt, New York. So I have 5 in here. I have their contour shade, a highlight, and 3 blush and lip tints. It comes with a nice mirror in here. First of all, I think the construction of this palette, faux leather, it zips, but it also has a little magnetic closure, which I love. All right, so beyond that, these are the shades I reach for on the days that I want a little bit of color. Because like, okay, most days either I'm not wearing a stitch, just my sunscreen, skincare and sunscreen, or I'm wearing like all the makeup. And on the days that I need just a little bit of color and not too much, I reach for these guys. Super easy. They're basically like finger paints. I love these so much. This right here, this highlight, this is the shade Pearl. It kind of reminds me in tone, just a little bit sparklier of the one that I love also from RMS Beauty, the Living Luminizer. So if you like cream products, I think you might really like these. I don't really care for these on the lips. You can put them on the lips, but the problem for me is they don't last that well on the lips for me. I find that I can only wear these shades here, the cream and lip tints, for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I need to reapply. And I don't know that I'm gonna be shoving this in a purse to reapply, but I feel like the color stays on my cheeks really well, which I kind of don't understand. And maybe it's a thin enough shade that I'm eating it off. I don't know, but I love the highlight and the contour, and I use these 3 here so frequently. This one right here is the shade Rose. All right, so that's for my just a little bit of color, not too much, not all the makeup, none of the makeup. That's what I wear. I just got this a week and a half ago, but I have been using it so much. It's what I'm wearing today. I had to tell you about it. This is the Uoma Beauty by Sharon C. It's available at Walmart. This is their Flawless in Real Life Skin Perfecting Foundation. You're getting an entire fluid ounce in here. I like this. First of all, it's got a great pump, and I love that more and more drugstore foundations are coming with pumps. Great. I feel like they have a nice shade range. I have the lightest shade in T1 Pearl, White Pearl. What I like about it is I feel like it looks like skin. Sometimes foundations can be too heavy. Sometimes on, I'll say the word that I hate, my more mature skin, I feel like they settle in places and they are not flattering. I don't have that problem with this. I feel like this is a great foundation, but especially when you consider the fact that it's only $15. Now, it's definitely on the more spendy side of drugstore foundations. There's some other really good ones out there that are less expensive than this, but I actually really like this a lot. So I've not made it a secret that I am absolutely in love and will follow the feet of Lisa Eldridge at any moment, but things that I didn't think I was gonna like as much, this is the Elevated Glow. This is Crystal Nebula, the lightest shade. This highlight is fantastic. I have it on today underneath my foundation, and it looks like this, and it kind of looks like it's not going to be a ton. It's like it's going to look a little unassuming, but on the skin, you see how it gives kind of like a glowy sheen. I put this on underneath my foundation and then tapped it on top. And I went out, my mom was visiting, I was chatting with my mom, and she's like, what are you wearing on your face? Your face is glowing. And I was like, in a good way or a bad way? She goes, it looks incredible. Like, she was super impressed. This product, she doesn't like highlight, so she's not gonna get it, but she's like, your skin has not looked this good in a long time. I have been reaching for this nonstop. It's not the highlight I'm wearing today on top of my blush, but I do have it underneath my foundation. By the way, I've been loving mixing this with any cream blush. It's been fantastic. So other things from Lisa Eldridge, I am wearing this guy today. This is the Enlivening blush in Dante's Dream. I have Dante's Dream, I have Island Glow, which is kind of more of a peachy hot coral, and then I have Venetian Red. Sadly, all of these are sold out right now. You can't go and get one because I tried to get Venetian Red for my mom and it's gone. But what I love so much about these is that you need the smallest amount, but they have like a really creamy feel to them. Let me just show you. You need the smallest amount, but what's great about it is it has a beautiful finish to it that it fingers, brush, sponge, and it just blends to utter perfection. I love this so much. This is my favorite shade. It's the shade I'm wearing today. This is Dante's Dream. I was sure I was gonna like Island Glow better. I like them all. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just that I didn't expect to find that Dante's Dream would be like my, that's my perfect shade of blush. And it is. It's just enough. It's not too much. I have it draped pretty high today, but you know me and a blushy cheek, these are fantastic. And I also have been wearing the Luxuriously Lucent lipsticks. I picked up 4 of the 5 new shades that she came out with. She re-released a shade that I already had in this formula, but this is kind of like your sheer lightweight formula. This is the deepest shade. This one's called Painterly, but I love how sheer and lightweight it is. This is the one I wasn't sure I was gonna love as much. This is Spirited Away. So this is Spirited Away. I didn't really think I was gonna like this shade because it was more of that, you know, kind of rosewood, kind of nude shade. It's the most, for my skin tone, it brings the most life to my face without being too much. I love it. It's my favorite new shade. I have also been wearing a ton of this one here. This is the one that I wear on days, this is Kitten Mischief, that I wear on days when I'm not wearing any makeup. I'll just drop this in my purse and I'll be able to put it on for a little bit of color without too much, because sometimes too bold of a lipstick ends up looking like it's like I'm trying too hard when I'm not wearing anything else. And this is the one that I thought I was gonna like the most, and it's the one I reached for the least. It's not a bad shade. This one is Atomic Cherry, and it looks a little bit more almost tangerine-y, and I was hoping for like red, like a sheer red. I love a sheer red lipstick, and I love Lisa's reds already, and the minute she called it Atomic Cherry, I was like, cherry, yes. And it's beautiful, but it tends to be a little bit more peachy coral on me, which is still super flattering, but out of all of them, this is the one I'm reaching for the least. So before my Lisa Eldridge cream blushes showed up, I was living in these from Natasha Denona. These are the puff paints, and I have all 3 shades. I think these are an absolutely gorgeous product. I only wish that you got more product, because you're getting 7 milliliters or 0.23 fluid ounces. It's not even a quarter of an ounce. Like when you take the top off, like, that's it. Now they're intense, especially this deepest shade here in Bloom is super intense. You don't need a ton of it, so it does go a long way. But these are $25 a piece. These guys from Lisa Eldridge are $34 each, and you get half an ounce. That's a lot. Like, I don't know that I'll be able to finish even one of these, I got 3 of them, before they go bad. So I feel like these are great and super easy. And I feel like these are the sorts, because they have, you know, the little fluffy, spongy applicator, you can kind of wipe it on your face and then blend it out with your fingers. I feel like ease of use for these are super up there. And I feel like you can still, you know, add a little bit of the Lisa Eldridge ones to your fingers and tap it on. But these are super easy, super fast, which I love, but I just wish there was a little bit more. I will tell you, this combo right here where I'm using tan and I'm using Bloom is absolutely gorgeous, and I've been wearing that combo a lot. Despite what it looks like today, I normally don't wear a lot of eyeshadow. I've been wearing real minimal eyeshadow, and one of my favorites I've just gone back to is this right here. This is the Divine Skies eyeshadow palette from M Cosmetics. I love this so much because it has 6 shades and it has mattes and shimmers, and the shimmers are like to die for. They're so metallic and so beautiful, and the mattes blend really well. I did recently just order the new Venetian Rose that comes in this formula that is kind of that blushy, rosy, pinky. And I normally am not a pink eyeshadow kind of gal, but it just really was like, this is so good, I want to try the other one. There is a 3rd version of this eyeshadow palette. The first shade that they launched was Faded Clementine. I feel like the shades in there are a little too deep for my skin tone, and it wouldn't be something that I use, but I reach for this all the time. Speaking of M Cosmetics, I did get their Moonbeam Cushion Highlight. This is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. It can be subtle. You can make it a lot more. This is what it looks like. This is the shade Halo, by the way. It is the most beautiful glow that's just a little bit, but not too much. So you're getting just a slight champagne shade here. Powder highlight can be tricky for me now that I'm 46. And I feel like cream highlights like this look gorgeous, which is why I'm going hardcore for the Lisa Eldridge. I have been, before I got that, I was reaching for this one from M Nonstop. I will tell you, I don't like the little puff that comes with it. You can still see here where it picked up some of the foundation that I had. I was using it to kind of pat on this over the top of blush and foundation, and it picked up that. So I just stick my fingers in there, or I stick a clean beauty sponge in there and then just tap it on. But this, I feel like the color and the formula is pretty, and it's a little bit, but not too much. Another one that is like that, a little bit, but not too much, is the RMS Living Luminizer. I can't stop using this. Like, it's got a little gouge down here. I have been in this so much since I got it. It doesn't look like a lot. I know. But this right here, it has a little bit of a pearly glow to it, and it makes my skin look healthy. Even, dare I say, just slightly sweaty. Now that we're having temperatures like in the 111s, 112s today, I don't want to look sweaty, but like in May and early June before it got too hot, I was reaching for this a ton. This is what it looks like on the skin. It's so pretty. It looks like healthy, hydrated skin. That's why I love this, and for me, it's super no fuss. I can either use like a damp beauty sponge and pounce it in there and then plop it on like this, like I do with the M Cosmetics one, or I normally just swirl my fingers in and tap it on, and it is such a pretty highlight. It just looks healthy and hydrated and glowy. So in early May, I started using a lash serum, and after the last 2 months of using a lash serum, I cannot believe what a difference. So it's not just something I've been using on my eyelashes, I've also been using it on my eyebrows. Now, I used to complain that I had like 3 little hairs from the arch of my brow out to the tail. I definitely feel like I have more hairs, but the other thing that's been great is that my hairs are growing in darker. I'm having to pluck hairs down here that I normally, it's like, I haven't had to pluck hairs in this area in years. I can definitely tell I'm getting more hair. The other thing is I'm noticing is that my lashes are longer. The problem I'm having is that some of them are like really long and some of them are the length they had been before. And so it's difficult to navigate mascara right now for me. So I don't know that I'm going to keep using it on my eyelashes, but I will definitely keep using it on my eyebrows. The one I'm using right now is one I got off of Amazon. It's Pro Nexa. It's their Lavish Lash Eyelash and Brow Serum. And I use this just once a day. The one that I started using is a different one. It comes in a bright kind of purpley pink tube. I will pop a picture of it up here for you, but I got that one on Amazon as well. They're not expensive. I was thinking I was gonna be paying like $50, $60, $80, and you can. They do have lash serums out there that are like that, but this has made such a difference in my eyebrows that I don't always have to take a marker type pen or a eyebrow pencil to my eyebrows. I can just throw on like my favorite kind of volume boosting eyebrow gels. So my favorite drugstore one is the one, oddly enough, from Wet n Wild. This is their Brow Sessive. It's a brow shaping gel and it is tinted. It has kind of like this little tiny guy here. It has kind of like a waxy texture, not in a bad way. It really, really reminds me of the Boy Brow from Glossier. So it doesn't have fibers, but it does build up color, and because it is a little bit thicker and waxier, it does really stick to my eyebrows. And I like that. And on low makeup days when I'm reaching for the Salt New York stuff, this is what I'm throwing in my brows. I have this in there today. This is a Legendary Brows from Charlotte Tilbury. This is one that has a super skinny microscopic little wand. This does have fibers. She recently reformulated her Legendary Brows, so I don't know if it still has fibers. And there are more shades, which is great because like more shades, please, always. There used to be only like a light brown, a dark brown, and a clear. And I always felt like I needed more options, but this is the one. I feel like I would like it a little bit better if it was darker, but I love that since I have so much more eyebrow hair, all I have to do is lay some of this fluffy tinted fiber product, and I've got my Brook Shield Brows of my dreams. Another one that I have been loving and reaching for a lot is the M Cosmetics Micro Fluff Sculpting Brow Cream, another one that has a super tiny wand. I love this one. This is the shade Deep Taupe, and I can't decide which one I love more. So I was just looking online, and it turns out the Legendary Brows has 1.15 grams and this one has 2.5 grams. So you're getting twice as much in here as you are in here. This is $23. I think this is $22. I feel like this is going to be the one I continue to buy, although I have loved this product for years. I think they're both really good. If you happen to be able to find the one from Charlotte Tilbury a little bit easier at your Sephora or Beautylish or on their website, and you tend to make purchases there more often, I would probably continue to pick it up. But since I've been buying a lot of M Cosmetics recently, I love this. I already have a backup of it. I didn't want to be without it. I really do love this product a lot. I have been enjoying both of these Pat McGrath products. I thought I was going to be in love with the blush, and I am. So it looks like this. This is Nude Venus. I love this shade because it's peachy, it's rosy. It kind of gives both a little bit of a warm and a cool look at the same time. It looks a little peachier here, but on the skin it can pull a little pink, and I love that about it. And I wasn't sure that I was gonna like this because I felt like it was too dark when I first got it. This is the Skin Fetish Divine Glow Highlight in Golden Nectar. This is beautiful. It's absolutely stunning. And I have not been using it very much like highlight only on the tops of my cheeks, but I've been using both of these together. I'll swirl my brush in both of these and apply it like a glowy blush. So you can use it as a blush topper. If you have deeper skin than me, this would be beautiful on you. I think it's just insanely gorgeous. I've had to be careful with powder highlights, especially in the last year. I feel like my skin has changed a lot in the last year and a quarter. Like, a lot of stuff has changed, but I feel like powder highlights are definitely sitting in my crinkles right here in my crow's feet, and I'll go to town with highlight. This one actually looked beautiful on my skin, so the formula was nice. It wasn't too powdery. It didn't like sit on top of my skin and look kind of like, I'm here. It blended in beautifully, but I would love to try this in a lighter shade. And I can't say that for all of my powder highlights. There's a lot that I have not been able to keep using and are gonna end up in my declutter pile just because they're not attractive on my skin anymore as I get older. But these two products have been ones I have been reaching for. And this has really been the only blush I've been reaching for other than cream blush this entire month. So I have been loving the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I discovered that I like this because I just kept reaching for it, and I bought a lot of powders recently, and this one is not the most and not the least expensive, but this is the one I've been reaching for the most, and I feel like that really says a lot about it. And I think I might have mentioned that in a previous video, but I love this. I just wish, and this is kind of silly, that it came with a mirror, because even drugstore powders come with mirrors. But this I've been using a ton, and I think that it does a really good job of not just setting my face, keeping my makeup in place all day, but it also doesn't look flat, it doesn't look dry, it doesn't look, it doesn't age me. And that's really what I'm looking for, a powder that will keep everything in place without making me look decades older than I am. My favorite thing to do on days that I'm wearing like nearly no makeup, I'll be wearing like the Salt New York makeup, a little brow cream, just like the smallest amount of tinted brow gel, mascara, and my favorite lip to wear either would be one of the Lisa Eldridge sheer lipsticks, those luxuriously lucent, or this. I have this in 3 shades from Beauty Pie. I love this. This is their Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil. This is one of those products that has continued to surprise me over and over and over how much I love it. I did recently repurchase this shade here. This is Jammy. This is the one that I got for the first time last fall, and I went through a whole tube, and I can't tell you the last time without like forcing myself to that I went through a lip gloss. Even like forcing myself, I think I've gone through like 2 or 3, but I just habitually reach for this, and you can tell we're running out. This is the shade Spicy Pink. It's what I'm wearing today. I wear this on no makeup days. I wear this on low makeup days, and even a day like today when I've got a lot of look going on, I feel like this works really well. I do also have this sheer shade here. It's called Shimmerine. It's sheer with just a little bit of shimmer to it. You really can't see it, but on the lips it gives dimension and life. And this is my favorite. This one is called Jammy. I love this because it is just a little bit plummy and berry, but not too much. And they've got a beautiful shine to them. They look fantastic on the lips. They also smooth out all of those fine lines that I have. They don't travel outside of my lips. Super comfortable, super nourishing, longer wearing than a lot of other glosses that I have. And this one in Spicy Pink is fabulous. So one of my fails has been this sunscreen. I've been hunting for a new sunscreen. This one is from La Roche-Posay. It's their Anthelios Light Fluid Sunscreen. It's their 60 SPF. I love the fact that it's 60. I have been trying the 50 SPF from Paula's Choice. I didn't think I liked this, and I don't like it when it gets in my eyes, but I actually have been appreciating it more as I've been struggling to use this. My favorite one right now is the one from Supergoop. It's their Glow Screen, but it's only SPF 40. And I didn't think I liked it at first, but the more and more I've used it and I'm all out of that smaller size, like half-ounce sample, boy, that went fast. I really like that. I feel like it works well under my makeup, and that's the problem with this. It doesn't work well under makeup. The problem I have is I'll put it down and I'll wait 15 to 20 minutes, and then I'll get my makeup on. And as I'm buffing on my foundation with the foundation brush, it starts to ball up. One time I was putting on a primer and it instantly, like all of my skincare pilled up, and I was like, no! It could be that this is a water-based sunscreen and that on top of that I'm putting maybe products that have silicones in them. Okay, fine. I normally don't think that far in advance. I want one sunscreen I can use on my face that works well with and without makeup. And this is not working well with makeup. It is a light, I mean, it's super lightweight. This is one, if you're not careful, it can get in your eyes. I wish it was just a little bit more hydrating. I feel like it's nice and glowy for like the first hour on the days that I'm not wearing makeup, and then it's not hydrating enough. Even in the summertime, I need more hydration than this. It doesn't leave a white cast on me, but I'm really, really fair, so I can't speak to that. But I don't want to have to look at the ingredients and find out if I'm mixing silicones and waters and that's why I'm having problems. I just want one sunscreen that's going to work with any foundation, and I don't want to have to do all the extra research, which is why this makes me sad, because I love the SPF 60, just not the way it wears under makeup. I will continue to use it though on my no makeup days till she's gone. I really wanted to love this. This is new from Uoma Beauty by Sharon. See this, I got this at Walmart. This was $7. It was $6.95. This is their It's Complicated Lip Tint Oil and Gloss. What's interesting is the packaging says lip tint oil and gloss, but when you go onto the website or on the Instagram account for this, it's supposed to be a lip and cheek tint. I haven't tried it on the cheeks because let me show you why. It's full force. Okay, I thought I was gonna love it because I love products that go on bright like this and last well, and it's supposed to be long lasting because it's a tint. And the problem I had was that I'm just trying to spread it out here to see. This would not be the shade for me if I was trying to wear it as a cheek product. It's definitely too bold, but on my lips, being that it's supposed to be a lip gloss, tint, and oil, I thought it was going to be more hydrating. And it's glossy right now, but in an hour, the gloss goes away. And then an hour after that, my lips start to get dry. And then an hour after that, about the 3-hour mark, it's worn off in places, and then my lips start to peel. And there's a lot of products that I have that don't cause my lips to peel. I know I have drier lips than the average person out there, fine, okay, but I can't wear something that's gonna continue to make my lips dry. So I love the bold red color, and it is like full force. It just doesn't work well for me. And I don't know that I would be able to use it as a cheek tint because I don't know. I'd have to use like the smallest amount and blend it out, like you can see it down here. I don't know. It's too much effort for me, and I'm gonna wipe it off because it really does stain. I found that it was a patchy stain on my lips, but it'll be here for a while, and it'll be on the back of my hand for a while. There have been very few lip stains that I love. I don't like this one. Maybe a different color, but this color here does not inspire me to want to try others. Thank you so much for watching today. I would love to know what your favorites for the month have been. Now, you may not have like a ton of makeup favorites. That's fine. Let me know what books you've been reading, what shows you've been watching. If you have a favorite coffee concoction you ask the barista to make for you as you're pulling through for your coffee, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.